I want to thank you guys. I just hit 2,000 subscribers. I know this is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things in the YouTube world, but for me it is. So I come from 0 subscribers, like I guess everyone comes from 0 subscribers. But when you first start a YouTube channel, you don't actually think you're going to get subscribers. When I had 10 subscribers, I was like, wow, there's 10 people out there that want to watch my channel. It was just a weird feeling, I guess. And now to have 2,000 subscribers, for me, it's a big deal, and I'm very, very appreciative. I'm very humbled by all of you. Thank you guys so much. Today, I have a special video. I'm going to be playing the entire Heist Chess.com robots. They start at 400, and they go to 2650. I think we can learn a good amount of stuff from this video. So anyway, thank you again. Let's dive in. Let's play some chess. All right, so as I was saying, this is a video to show my appreciation for the 2,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. For this video, I am going to be playing the entire Heist robots from chess.com. So they go all the way up to 2650, so this is going to be pretty tough. But I just want to thank you guys so much again, because 2,000 I know is not a lot in the grand scheme of things in the YouTube community. But for someone that is surprised that I had any subscribers, to get to 2,000 and to watch the channel grow, I really do appreciate you guys. Just like I appreciate this chess bot who's rated 400 giving me their queen for no reason. So again, always look for your threats, or if you're moving a piece, always look if that piece is that square is covered by an enemy piece, which in this case it was my knight. Okay, so I'm just gonna come in here and maybe I'll just checkmate my opponent. It'll be a quick so somehow he defends that. Okay, so he defends that check, that attack right here. But this is getting pretty scary for him. So check, and this is covered as I was saying, so it's not checkmate. But let me just bring my bishop in. Maybe I could throw in some checks here. I'll just block and attack the bishop, so I keep the initiative. I guess I'll just take another piece there. So this is Demolition Man. So I'm assuming these bots are like in reference to action movies from like the 90s or heist movies or both. So I haven't really checked out all the bots, to be honest with you. Just checked out their ratings. But so it starts at 400 with Demolition Man, and it goes all the way up to 2650. All right, so I'm just getting a lot of pieces here. Obviously, this is not a great game of chess, but let's see. This might be checkmate in one move. And at least we can get on with the video. So now we're up to the driver. So, all right, I'm actually a movie buff, so I'm going to guess all these references. This comes from the movie Drive, I think. And it's Ryan Gosling is the driver. Excellent movie, by the way. Ryan Gosling is the driver in a heist movie called Drive. And it came out, I want to say, in like 2010, 2011. He's like a getaway driver in Los Angeles. Excellent movie. Probably a cult classic right now. And has a big following. But I saw it in the movie theater, actually, and great movie. I suggest you guys definitely check it out. Excellent movie. And I think that's what the driver is here in reference to it. So it's supposed to be Ryan Gosling in Drive. That would be my guess. Okay, 850, also not a strong player, though. So he's a getaway driver. He's got some skills with the wheel, but he's not skilled in the game of chess, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for us, so. But we're going to try to learn as much as we can, because there's rating levels for everybody, and there's, everyone can learn from these videos and from any type of chess game. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is, my king is castled on the opposite side of my opponent, so I'm going to throw the pawns. That's basically the strategy in a nutshell when you're playing against kings on opposite sides of the board from each other, is you throw the pawns, because you can't really weaken your own king by doing that, right? My king's over here. First, I'm actually going to play this move because of the pin. So if he takes, he loses. What's going on here? If I take, okay. So this also opens up the bishop, I should say. I failed to mention that. So this move opens up my bishop. You want your bishops on open diagonals. This also takes advantage of the pin. So if he takes, I would just win the knight. He can't take back because I would win the queen. He throws in a nice move, though, right here. I think I could take with check. And, well, I'll just do this. Why not just do that? Be patient. It's hard to see the difference of the different pieces. They kind of blend. This color scheme is a little tricky. All right. How do I mate the quickest? I'll take here. He takes back. He's attacking my knight. We always have to see our opponent's threat. Even if they're taking back, it's still a move. And after every move, we have to assume there's a threat. So we have to look out for one, right? So what's the most active way to defend the knight? I would say here, this is an active move because we're setting up to come here. Also, another active move is bringing the rook over here. However, I like the rook where it is, so I'm going to come here. And then I'm going to bring the knight there. F5 is a very strong square. I don't mind trading pieces here. I'm going to attack the bishop first and then take. Or actually take with the pawn, probably. He gives me his bishop. That's not a good move, obviously. Don't give up free pieces for no reason. I'm going to take with the pawn here because it's a pass pawn, and it's 2 squares away from queening. So that's why I decided to take with the pawn. He has checks, but he can't really follow it up with any good checks. Like, I come here, I attack his rook, and then where does he go from there? I'm going to be queening and getting a queen. But that's what queening is, getting a queen. That was a silly thing I just said. But I'm going to get a queen and win the game. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. So you even could take here, but why take? All right, so we have to see that this is a pin. So what do we do to pins? We pile up on them. We bully them. We embarrass them. We humiliate them. No, just kidding. But we pile up on the pins. Okay, so I have check here, and this is not my pawn. That's my enemy pawn. I'm getting confused now. And that's checkmate. All right, on to the next bot, the hacker. Okay, so I'm going to take a stab at this. The hacker. I would say this is from the movie Hackers. And I would say this is, what's his name now? The guy from Scream. He was one of the killers from Scream. If you know who I'm trying to say, please put this in the comments, the actor's name. And he just, a 1337 should not be playing that move. That's a ridiculous move. But, I forget his name now. He was in a lot of movies in the 90s. I would say that's who he's trying to be there. That's what this robot's referencing. But I could even be wrong there. So if you guys think have a better reference than I do here and you think I'm wrong, please let me know. All right, this is ridiculous. So, okay, he's throwing the pawns at me, which would weaken his own king if he was kingside. He's not castled kingside, so he's going to go queenside if he can. However, that doesn't stop the problem that I do have pawns launched at me. However, I can take one. So my plan is to take one of these, hit the queen. That's why I'm taking with the bishop, to get the initiative. Hitting with the queen. If I took with the knight, I'm not hitting the queen. I'm not getting initiative. So I hit the queen. When the queen moves, I solidify the bishop. And my bishop can probably stay there for a very long time. This is already a losing position. And also my opponent gave me his knight. So I thought hackers were supposed to be good at chess, but I guess not. Okay. This is also not a good move. I can do a check. He steps into a discovery. Wherever I move my knight is check, but I can't take advantage of it. I can just take this knight. That's very simple. I could develop. But I think I'm just going to go in for the kill, so to speak, because I have such a lead right here. Okay. I can throw in this check. He takes. Then I take with a queen. I'm attacking him a bunch of times, and he really can't defend. So again, I think I have to hit the gas pedal here. The king's in the center. I don't want him to consolidate, so I'm just going to hit the gas here. That's what you have to do in these positions. He takes, again, I'm going to take, not going to take, I could, but I'm going to take advantage of the pin, get another piece into the game, and now he's going to have to defend with the queen, but it looks like it's a little too late here. I'm just going to take with the rook, and now this is a ridiculous move. I'm just going to take here. This is probably checkmate after the bishop drops back. And that's a quick game for a 1300. So not impressed by these bots so far. All right, we're going to play the 1850, the pickpocket. Now we're talking. This is a real chess rating. This should be a good challenge. I don't understand the reference from this one. If you guys know, if you think you know, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, she gives up her pawn pretty much for no reason. And I'm just going to trade knights here. Bring my bishop back to where I want it. And I should be able to castle. Okay, so threatening checkmate. What's the most active way to defend it? We don't want to just defend it, but do it in an active way. Developing, right? Okay, so now this is a development move. That's good, I guess. I can push the bishop out, I guess. Or I could just come here. I guess I'll come here. All right. So now I got the bishop pair. I'm up a pawn. I got the bishop pair. Oh, I see. So if I take queen takes, I could deflect the queen. Does that do anything? Takes. It's a trick. It looks cool, but what does it accomplish? Really nothing. If I let her take, it triples my pawns. Not cool. So I'm just gonna avoid that trade. We move my king out of the way first because I want to play f4. Okay. f4 is a move that needs to be played. It challenges the center, gets a pawn out of the center, allows me to develop a piece, open the file for my rook. I have discoveries against the queen. Okay, pause your videos. Tactics time. This is not a hard one. How do we take advantage of the discovered attack that we have on our opponent's queen? I think the best move here is just taking a pawn, hitting the rook, hitting the queen. The queen will probably get out of the way and take a pawn. I'll take the rook. They take back, and we won material. By the way, I'm going to say this is bad design on the developer's part on chess.com. I know it's bold, but this is not how an 1850 should be playing chess. This is not indicative of 1850s. So, sorry to all you 1850s out there. You guys are way better than this. Let's see. The rook. What's going on here? What's important in this position? Oh, I had this. Wow, that was ridiculous. I'm having trouble seeing the difference between the pieces because the pieces are so, the color scheme is so close. All right, now I have, again, she didn't defend again for some reason, so I have check, all these checks. I guess I can even play that first. No, I'll take the pawn. I'll take the short thing. Oh, okay. Let's go here then. And do I have checkmate? Check. This is definitely not 1850. This is not 1850 caliber chess. This is a two-move checkmate. That's why I put the bishop there. So I sack the queen, takes, that's checkmate, right? Am I missing something? Am I crazy? That's checkmate. Okay. All right, last bot is the Mastermind 2650. So a 2650 is better than me in chess. Spoiler alert. But because these bots are programmed in such an odd way, these ratings are a little inflated. So who knows at this point? Who knows? I'm still going to say a 2650 computer is going to destroy me, but we'll see. Okay, so far so good for both of us. So far we're playing pretty respectable chess. I have a little secret trap here. Oh, they don't fall for it? That's a trap for another day. It's a video for another day. Oh, maybe they did fall for it. I'll come here, right? Did I forget the trap? He takes. Now I forget the trap. Isn't it this? I think it takes. It's takes. Bishop's here, hits the queen. And something like that. Let's go for it. This is the trap, basically. And then I attack the queen. I'm attacking the knight. The queen comes out here. All right, and hits the pawn, but I take the knight, hit the rook, defend the pawn. So this is good. Again, I could be wrong, but I might be about to beat the 2650. All right, that's a good move. That stops everything. All right. So I guess I'll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I come out ahead of there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So if I come back here, we trade. Is that okay? Or do I keep the queens on the board? I think I go for a trade. And if he takes, I'll just castle queenside. Okay. All right, let's castle queenside then. All right, so now I'll just take block with the bishop. I'll get an isolated pawn, which is not great, but he has an isolated pawn. So why can't I do it? All right, so I'll attack the bishop. If I take, I get rid of the bishop, but he has no more isolated pawn. But I think I like that. And put the rook there. Now let's count the pawns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so pretty much an even Steven game here. We'll trade rooks. Okay, we'll play this move. If he takes, I take that pawn. He attacks the rook. That's a good move. I can take. He takes. I take. He takes. I take. Then he pins my bishop at the end to the king. So I can't play that. So I got to play this. And that's why it's good to know your tactics. All right, but I just take a pawn here, don't I? All right. But I just come here, don't I? Takes. Oh, no. Here I messed up. Did he really miss that? Takes. He would have won. He would have won my rook. Oh, no. I had an in-between. Oh, I had an in-between. I had check and then takes. Okay. Okay. That makes sense now. Let's get that pawn out of danger. And now he really does have this move. I can't take. He'll win the rook. So where do I put my rook? Just protecting this. And now my opponent's playing like a 2600. This is where they get me. But still not bad. We're still even, right? 5 pawns. Same material, basically. It's basically a bishop against a knight. It's a really good knight, though. It's a very strong knight. So I'll just protect this. And now I'm getting... This is happening. And now that's happening. I'll attack the rook at least. And this is going to happen. And that's going to happen. And this is game over. All right. Well, it's a 2650, so what can you really do? 2650 chess bot. But all right, there you have it, folks. Again, thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. And if you like this video, check out this one. Now get out of here. Go play some chess.